Hello everyone, thanks for finding my YouTube page and seeing my video. I've never really painted before, and I've really always loved oil paintings, just seeing them in galleries and museums, and uh, always had the desire to paint but never did it, so I figured I'd give it a try. This is my third painting. I just messed around with a couple before this and figured uh, why not make this public to the world and show everyone on YouTube what I'm doing. Thought it might be good to inspire people who haven't tried a hobby before and just have the desire but haven't had the push. So hopefully this pushes someone to get going on a hobby that they want to try. Uh, so let's get started. I have about a 4x4 wood board from the dollar store that I got that I'm going to use to paint on. I have a box of 24 acrylic paints that I got on Amazon. They came with a couple little brushes, but the primary tool that I'm going to use is a palette knife. I've seen some really cool palette knife paintings, mainly from like private independent artists. And I just think they're so cool. All the different colors, the texture of the paint, I think it's great. So the goal of these videos is just doing like a 30-minute painting, just starting scratch with a board like this, and just seeing kind of what we come up with and what it looks like in the end. If you're a serious artist trying to learn something, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm just kind of going for this. No idea what this is going to look like. So you may get some laughs, but if anything, you'll just learn from my mistakes. But I don't really have a much history or knowledge to offer, but just want to take you along for the ride and see what happens. And over the course of this, just how my art improves, and it'll be interesting to compare the first one versus the next one in a year and just see what they look like. So with that, let's get started. I mixed some paints, just a bunch of colors. I think I overdid it. I'm not sure if you're supposed to mix them before kind of as you go, but wanted to get as much ready as I could. So I'm going to try painting some wildflowers, just kind of like in a field. I've seen a few paintings like that. I think they look cool. So I'm going to start with this bigger palette knife and kind of make a little base layer, just so that all the wood's covered, and then we'll kind of build up as we go. I don't know if that's the correct way to do it, but we're going to go for it. So just kind of have like a hunter green, like a dark green here that I'm just going to paint on the bottom where the flowers are going to be. And then paint the sky and kind of go from there. So using the thicker one here just to spread it a little easier. Think that that'll work better. Be interesting to see how the palette knife works in comparison to a brush. I might try the brush too, just to see what works better, but I love the texture of just like kind of throwing paint on there and seeing what happens with a palette knife. So that's how we're gonna get started. All right, that seems about good for the green base layer here. I'm gonna use this light blue color that I mixed up for the sky. Seems to be going on pretty well. Hopefully I mixed enough here. Got a little green in that section. All right, try to drag it back down to the green. If not, I guess we could bring the green up to the blue, but we should be okay here. Just kind of bringing the blue down to the green, which might make it a little messy, but That's okay. Whenever I do projects around the house, if I screw anything up, just say it adds a little character. So these little marks just add character to the painting, I guess. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. Happy with that. All right, I'm gonna put the big knife away. We're gonna move into this little smaller one just to make it a little more fine. So I guess the first step is to kind of let's add some like stems for the flower. And I'm gonna start out with maybe this little green, green goldish color and just kind of add some stems like that. Since this is a pretty small board, only being about 4 inches by 4 inches, I guess they won't be too big, but I kind of like the look that this is given so far. Just using the side of the knife to make little branch marks here. That actually looks pretty cool. So we'll do a bunch of these guys here. And then we'll just cut a thick piece there. Just do some stems. This actually looks cooler than I was expecting it to so far. I kind of like that. All right, now let's do some brown on these. As you can see, I have a ton of colors, and when I'm making and looking at these, I really like all the different colors. Like, I just love colors in paintings and just seeing how pretty all the different colors make everything. So that's gonna be my goal, is even when there shouldn't be color, just adding in new colors and trying to make it look pretty cool. I think since I am pretty new at this, the level of detail in these is not going to be high. It's going to be more abstract, just kind of throwing things at the board and seeing what happens, rather than fine lines and faces and people. There's no chance I could do that and draw those, but who knows, as I go on and get better, maybe I'll start diving in there. But I definitely like the look of the more abstract stuff anyway, so I'll probably stick in that kind of that category. I'm trying to decide how I should make these, and if I should extend these up a little bit. Maybe I'll make these little branches a little bit higher. So that's kind of the beauty of doing the layers and using this acrylic paint, is you don't have to be as exact, and you can kind of go on top of it rather than being perfect. Okay. I think that looks halfway decent for a start. They look like flowers. Maybe I should bring them down just a little bit, actually. That way we don't have just this full thing on the bottom, full stack of green here. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. This is, again, painting. I've never really done this before, and I've always wanted to try it. I am not artistic at all. I am not musical at all. I definitely deviate towards sports and numbers and math rather than art. So this is definitely a whole new world for me, with no creativity or no real artistic background at all. So I think that's why this excites me too. Is it's like so different from what I'm used to and so different of anything that I've done before. It's just makes it exciting to see what can come of it and what I can kind of create out of nowhere. And I haven't really watched many other videos of like how other people paint and like what the proper technique is. As I was thinking about doing this, I was like, I just kind of want to just go for it and see what happens. So I'm sure my technique and everything is going to be just like completely off, but it's kind of by design. I just want to figure this out as I go. Okay, I think that's enough lines. Let's start with some flowers here. I have some blues and some purples and some other brighter colors, so definitely want to mix those in. I might take some of this lighter color and add it down here to the bottom too, just to keep mixing in some colors as we go. I don't want it to be all dark and green. I want to throw some pops of color, especially these more fun green colors in here while I can. Okay, let's start doing some flowers here. I guess we'll start with maybe this purple guy and see what happens. Just start making them like this. That seems big enough. We have a bunch of these around. That seems fun. Guess that looks like a flower. Yeah, that seems fun. Guess I could use a little more paint on these guys. Let's try another color. Let's go with this fun blue color. I want to try to make this look as natural as we can. At least make them look as much like a wildflower field as we can. Not in obviously an abstract way, because we're just kind of throwing paint on the piece of wood here and seeing what happens, seeing what sticks, which is fun. Let's get some of this fun little pink color in here. Just realized I don't have a light pink, which I probably should, but I can mix that up real quick. A little dark blue in there. As I'm doing this, I'm learning the more paint I have on this, I think the better they look. Just so it's kind of sitting on top rather than going in and creating a hole like that guy there. It's nice how it's sitting on top, but this guy wasn't. I think they look a little more proportional that way. So I may go back there and fix some of the earlier ones that we did. Okay, I do want to get some white ones in here too, so I'm not sure if you can see my white here off the screen, but I have a little bit of white. Oops, just got let's throw a little white in there. That looks nice. Yeah, I like that. Like those, yeah, that looks cool. Some white in there. All right, I really like the white ones. They look pretty. Well, we'll do one more, then we'll move on to another color. Gonna take it down there. I did smudge the little, the sky up there, so I'm gonna try to fix that with just a little bit of blue. Again, that just adds a little bit of character to it that it didn't have. There we go. Happy Accidents is Bob Ross would say, I believe. All right, let's add some pink, a little more pink to it. I want to mix in a little pink, like a light pink color. So I ran out of space in that one, and I'm only going to use like 1/10 of those paints that I mixed up, but that's okay. So let's mix in a little bit of pink there, or a little bit of red. Then I'll get some white. Get some white here and just mix these together. This may not be the most efficient way to do it, but that's how I started this off here, so it seems to work okay. Get a little bit more white in that. Just a little bit more white. Okay, perfect. That's a nice pink color here. Yeah, that'll work. All right, that's perfect. I feel like these flowers might be a little bit too proportional, too spread out perfectly, and they don't look quite natural enough, so I just kind of throw some of these on top of each other. All right, we'll do one more pink guy right there. Something just is looking a little off, like I don't love it, and I'm not sure what it is. So let's add a couple more little blue guys in, and then I'm gonna add the kind of like the middle part of the flower. I'm not even sure what it's called, but these are looking a little bit more like dots than they are flowers. So I think that might be helpful. So I guess I'll just take this orange and just kind of add it to the middle of these flowers. Yeah, that didn't work great. There we go. Just see if we can make these look a little bit more natural, like flowers, rather than blobs of paint on the canvas. Because it's not a canvas, but blobs of paint on the wood here. Again, I'm just trying to use a lot of paint and just kind of set it on top so I'm not smushing them. So we're just kind of adding on top rather than swirling paint around. Which is my favorite thing about this, is just the extra texture that using the palette knife adds. I think it just looks so cool like this. Not sure how well that conveys to the camera, but I think adding the little middle sections here helps a lot. I add something to the bottom here. I don't love the bottom. It just kind of looks like we have a row of flowers, so I just add some small guys down here or something. Just kind of make it look more like a natural bushel of flowers than flowers in a row, like a line. And the order and methodology of what I'm used to, being a non-artist, definitely deviates to order and structure and lines and straight rather than the randomness of a natural flower patch. So try to mix those in too. But I kind of like the way this is turning out. I think it looks halfway decent. It's coming along. Add a little bit more purple to that guy. Not quite big enough. Do like this purple color too. All right. Overall, I'd say halfway decent. I don't know what else I can add to make it too much better. I think it looks okay. I just make this look a little bushier down here. Gonna add in just another little red guy here. Maybe another little red guy there. But I think I'm starting to get to the point where I may just make this worse instead of better by trying to make it perfect. So kind of like it. Okay, fun. Again, just adding some texture here. I love seeing the texture, so I figure I should add some more to the painting just to make it look cool. But I think that's about it for today. I think we'll stop there and call it a day. And yeah, for a first painting here, this is I think a little better than expected. I'm happy with it. Nothing to hang on the wall, but a good start to the series. And yeah, that was fun to do. Definitely looking forward to doing more. So thanks for joining me.